your founder sucks. And if your founder doesn't suck, then ask them why their token sucks.
Tell me why it goes up. No, fuck you. Tell me why it goes up. Tell me why it goes to $12.
There's no
$15,
reason.
$14.
How many lifetimes need to go by before I break even at this 11% staking? I don't know, but I'm staking. I'm smarter.
You were absolutely wrong. I'm right. And you know what? Enjoy your journey, I guess.
I do have some like serious and then not so serious questions for you. But last week on my stream, I pulled up one of your tweets, and it was about basically how Web3 has become desensitized to losing all your money in an investment, right? It said like going to zero is not normal. Imagine if this happened to your 401k. Like, how did we? I agree, by the way. You shouldn't expect to lose most of your money on like protocols that have a company behind them developing software. Like, how do you think we got here? Is it okay for now since we're early or
Nah, man, it's it's just an era of zero accountability, man. And I'm of a kind of, call it a contrarian opinion, I guess, to most other people. There's so many science fairs, so many memes, so many everything going on here. There are so many scams and hucks and everything going out here in crypto that we expect it, and we've created a space with effectively zero accountability, where if you do go to zero, you put in 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, and you get absolutely zeroed out. Everybody's just like, oh yeah, well, hey, it's crypto, and we just kind of dismiss it like that. If $10,000 flew out of your 401k through no fault of your own, you didn't do anything wrong. Nothing actually happened. The market didn't crash. It was just malfeasance on the end of the people who are managing your 401k. Somebody be going to jail, but because it's crypto, we're fine with it. We're just like, oh yeah, well, this is how you learn and stuff like this. So we've created this space that has effectively zero accountability, and with everything being open source, it's very, very easy to clone. So the lessons that people seem to be learning out here is how to rip people off. And we're just doubling down on it. We're doubling down on zero accountability, and then everybody thinks it's just the nature of the space. And I strongly disagree with that. So anyway,
right?
that's
No,
what I
I
meant.
know you're. I think lack of accountability, but it also starts on shaky ground because I think you have just bad planning, unrealistic expectations, bad leaders who can't execute, and then they're just like issuing money that they invented. And then you have retail who's like been kind of dumb the last couple of cycles. I think they're getting smarter because it's way harder to sustain these token pumps I've noticing. So I'm thinking that's maybe either retail's broke or they're getting a little bit smarter. Um, and the result is like lack of products, I guess. there's like
Well,
not much to use.
well, why would anybody build anything? Why would they build a product? Why
They
would
don't
they
have to.
actually build something when they can just clone a DEX or clone anything else out here that has tanked a whole bunch of people? I mean, Jesus, Sif Chain's still around. They're making a comeback. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, why would they bother innovating when innovation is not the way forward? I mean, these devs and everybody want the quick riches the same as everybody else. They don't want to work for it.
Yeah, I think a lot of these founders, whether it's intentional or not, if they're doxxed, they run the risk of getting hunted down by some government somewhere agency that's just looking to slap fines and kind of monetize all the carelessness, the grifting, and just it's just there's so many promises made. Here's our roadmap. Here's what we're building. It's like a 90% fail rate probably, and a lot of what blockchain is supposed to do and what the internet in general is supposed to do and technology is they're supposed to cut so many expenses out of a business that they should have a shorter road to profitability, especially if they're on the cutting edge. I don't think we're really on the cutting edge anymore. I think people are just making different stuff that's no longer pushing the technology forward. Like Ethereum creating smart contracts was innovative. Now there's like 10,000 smart contract platforms. What's the difference between them? Well, some of them have apps and then most of them don't have anything on it. They have tokens, but they don't have apps. And like the token is the product, and circumventing like the normal way of doing business where like you go through a process, you're pitching to investors, you're going legitimately in the trajectory of issuing common stock one day. Web3 allows founders who are not capable of doing that and don't have a real product anyway to still find investment dollars, because you have the dumbest segment of investors that's ever walked the face of the earth, and that's like crypto retail.
Oh
I don't know
God,
what you think about that.
I've been saying that for years, man. Uh,
Okay, all right, because like
the
crypto
reason,
retail to me are like, oh, I just got out of college and I make a lot of money at my job and I have 100% of my net worth in this one token. I'm like, you have no exposure to stock market. You don't own a little condo somewhere. Nope. Good luck to you, buddy.
yeah, they're gonna get, and most of them are gonna get smoked, but you know they want to. So we always throw this back. Uh,
They like it.
but there is proper greed, and meaning that I see a product that is gonna looking at it from 30,000 feet. This thing's got money. I can see where the income's gonna come from, and then there is just simply out here going savage on investors. We have managed to
Yeah.
turn the investor into the product. That's what we are, and you better recommend, man. Or I'm sorry, you better wake up to that, because that is exactly what is happening out here. The investor is the product. Period. I'm right.
It's sad. I thought we were going to see way better stuff. And like when I first got into crypto 2016, 2017, a lot of those projects were promising and possibly even trying to build products, whether it be like, oh, here's a decentralized VPN. One of the first tokens I ever bought was decentralized storage, right? It was Siacoin. All these different things. Oh, here's a marketplace. We want to build this like Web3 version of a marketplace. Great. Now it's like, here's a DEX. Have fun with your shit coins. Right? Here,
And that's
trade.
kind of it, man.
You could trade whatever, this token and this token. Well, what do those tokens do? Who cares? They're tokens. And then you get to like that people are so fascinated. Like, if only we had a coin gecko listing, our token would go to the moon. Like, or if we just need a centralized exchange listing and then we made it. No, 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 no. Survive a complete market cycle without your founders disappearing with a whole bunch of money, and then maybe you have a chance. I like Jackal. Jackal at one point was like number 3 in my portfolio when it was all the way up to like $1. Now it's like number 4, number 5. But I've been buying. I bought it at what, 39, 31. I can't. I don't know what my next buy is at, but it just.
I gotta ask, were you not watching my show? Because I was sitting there making these tens and twenties and thirties of $1,000 buys at 2 cents. I was
Oh no, I
really,
bought.
really on record saying this thing is gonna go, man, and here's why. I laid out a strong case for it.
I
It
bought
is
at 3. My initial buy-in was in August. I used Calc Finance and I just did a DCA for the whole month of August, and it happened to sweep the bottom.
oh,
But
you're
the
happy
reason.
then, man.
Oh, I'm very happy. I have almost no skin in the game, and it's like top
Right.
5 in my portfolio. But the reason why I didn't waste any time with Jackal is because I did look into Akash, and I talked to the founder. Very nice guy. He did a meeting with me because I used to have to do a meeting before I did my YouTube interviews, just so I would have like my ducks in a row and know what I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
talking about.
pre-show. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I hate wasting people's time like that, but for someone like me that's not reading white papers or technically savvy like that, I have to do it. So I talked to him for like a half hour, and at the end of the interview, because I was so jaded in crypto, I was like, "Man, this is the most boring project I've ever heard about." Like
Yeah, I
I
like
like
boring.
th- it's
I'm okay with
so
it.
it was so cut and dry boring that I kind of put it on the back burner. And then of course the token started to move. This was like, I don't know, it was like maybe like a year and change, year and 4 months ago, when it was like way under $1.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's funny is I heard about Akash years before and I could never buy it because it was never on a centralized exchange. That was one of the first tokens I was interested in when I came to Cosmos. Fast forward, I do a space with Jackal. I'm like, all right, I'm not making the same mistake twice. I'm just going to buy this shit, DCA, and that's it. Because Jackal's pretty boring too. But it's because there's no show. Like, it's just, this is what we're doing. This is what's going to happen if we're right about this industry, and the token actually fits into the protocol.
No,
Buy the
see, but
token or
uh,
don't.
but I am right about the industry. I've worked in this
Well,
industry for
that's your
25
specialty.
goddamn years. This is
Yeah.
exactly what I do. I'm gonna lay a number on you here, and this matters. All right, it matters.
Okay.
345 billion dollars annually and growing by almost 16% a year. That is the cloud industry. That is decentralized servers. That is decentralized storage. $345 billion they did last year. There's two, three, four major companies that are standing these things up. I talked about them a while ago. Nobody cared. Vertiv is one because I used to work for Vertiv. Their stock is up 500% this year. 500, 500. You can look it up. Don't take my word for it, man. I know you got Google right there. Eaton was sailing up about 80, 85%. Eaton is a monster. You never heard of them. You never heard of Eaton, never heard of Vertiv, never heard of anything. These things are monsters, and they are booked out 25 years from now.
If you look at the charts of all the best tokens in 2017, those were not the same tokens in 2021 that did well. And all the tokens in 2021 that did well, they're not going to be the same ones do well. It's just the attention spans are not there for people to care about older tokens, shiny new
No, man,
objects.
that shit's gone, dude. Those
It's
days have
gone.
passed. That's what you can't seem to explain market sentiment to people who already know everything. That's the best part. And you know what? Yeah, I don't think I'm a boomer. I think I'm Gen X. Uh,
I'm
Bell
Gen X, but we're crypto boomers.
Bell explained it to me. And I think the difference is that I bought my house for like 6 raspberries and I own it outright. You're going to be renting your whole life in speculative property that I fuck around with. So, you know what? Enjoy it, dude. Uh,
Here's
no,
here's I just want to respond to this comment because
okay.
my comment is not to the people who stuck around the bear market, accumulated some tokens while they were cheap. The people who held all their tokens from the last one and they think the same tokens are going to ellipse those all-time highs. No. Good luck. If you have Luna, you're already done. If you have if you have Ada, your founder won't even go on Bankless because he has nothing to talk about. If you have Matic, do you think Matic is going to be the like the 200x that it was last time? It might be the best layer 2, but who cares? Now it's competing with 10 other layer 2s, including Coinbase's layer 2. So if you're holding the same tokens from last cycle, I think you should have just bought SPY and just held that and never turned your computer on for the last 3 years. So
Nah, man, that's the part that I can't seem to message is that look, the entire paradigm has changed. Everything has changed.
yeah.
And I can illustrate it nice and easily, man. I'll use osmosis, something that all the Cosmos people are familiar with. If you go and scroll out, the last time that Bitcoin was down at about 15, 16, 17,000, Osmo was
November 2023,
yeah,
November 2022. Yep. I
Os
bought the bottom
Osmo was higher. It was higher at that time. Now we're not talking about the 23 cents, man.
because they
That
got
was
a
just
centralized exchange listing the same month Bitcoin and ETH were at the lows,
yep.
and it was all downhill after that.
Yes, and it
Yep.
it popped up. It hit a high of $1.80, and this is when Bitcoin was still standing there right around 50, 55-ish. It's at 70. Well, all right, it took a little shit today, but let's just call it 70. I think everybody can
It's
accept
at
that round
70.
number.
Yeah.
And it fell 2%, and Osmo's now sitting at 75 cents. It's
Mhm.
lower now because Bitcoin it fell off 10% today because Bitcoin took a shit at 2%. The entire market paradigm has changed. And you are going to have to reconcile yourself to that because if you're still
Mhm.
holding on to the old, the golden oldies, if you're still holding on to that, thinking, oh, any all-time highs coming back anytime, you're wrong. I will stand in
Wait,
front of the
but
entire crypto world, give them the finger, and say, you are absolutely wrong. I'm right. And you know what? Enjoy your journey, I guess.
Cardano people are like, our blockchain has never gone down. And I'm like, that's because no one fucking
Because nobody's
uses it.
fucking using it, man. Are you
I'm
kidding
like,
me?
but even worse, even worse than the blockchain going down, I remember using Cardano when a swap took 5 days to go through. That's a lot worse than a blockchain going down. And by the way, nobody cares if your blockchain goes down.
Nope.
Like if it goes like, oh well, we're better than traditional finance. Traditional finance, they're closed like 17 hours a day. So people are happy to use that, even if you're only closed 16 hours a day as a
Just during
blockchain.
working hours, they're cool with it, man.
Yeah.
Adam just went down 2 days ago, man. I tweeted, nobody answered. I was like,
Is
"Did
that the first
anybody?"
time? It was the
I
first
don't
time.
know, but I gotta ask, man, did anybody
Bullish.
even notice? Did the 2 or 3 transactions that occurred during that time, was it a big deal? Nobody's using this shit. Nobody cares, man. It went down. Oh my god, it's bedlam.
That's the thing.
Nobody
The,
even noticed. I was
the
like, you don't
founders,
see this as a problem?
no, the founders' job, if they're issuing a token, is to make people care about that token. If the token is down, I don't care what they're building. The crypto market cap is almost $3 trillion.
Yep.
If your token is down since this time last year or beginning, whatever metric you want to use, your founder sucks. And if your founder doesn't suck, then ask them why their token sucks. If they're issuing the token and they always pass it off as an investment, even though I don't think it is,
Yeah.
then either someone's stealing, someone's lying, or someone's incompetent. Look at your portfolio and decide what's what. I'm ups at least slightly in every position except I think except Atom, right? Not counting airdrops and all that. I have a little bit of Atom in 4 wallets, and I'm just gambling with airdrops, right? So I'm
That's a strong recommendation right
and
there,
listen,
dude.
I bought the top, and I'll brag right now. I bought the top of Bitcoin in 2017. I bought it at like 17K. I bought the top of Bitcoin in 2022. I bought it like whatever it was, 63, whatever. I bought it. And I'm still up because I DCA'd Bitcoin for like 2 years. I know you had Kudos, which was interesting on your channel. What's the difference there? They seem kind of similar. I mean, they're DePIN, but maybe you could highlight differences without recommending one over the other. I'm not asking for that. Just to maybe cut people some corners if they want to do some research.
Are we talking kudos over a cash or
Oh,
kudos over
sorry,
jackal?
all three, all three.
Okay.
I know a cash and so Kudos is more similar to a cash, right? Because
Yep.
you guys were talking about render and something else.
Yep.
Yeah, so compare it to a cash.
Kudos and a cash, they kind of do the same thing, uh, meaning that, but they're doing it with different perspectives. Now, kudos right now is working very, very hard. We have Pete on our show; he's the kudos guy.
Right, that was a good one.
Yeah, they're very focused on enterprise. Now, the place where this goes off the rails is that we're not exactly sure how enterprise transactions, meaning those are cash money. These guys are not using the dashboard. They don't give a shit about
No,
crypto. They care about price. Can you give us what we're asking for cheaper? Sure, let's go into business. So that's kind of on the rail right there. Kudos overall, their tokenomics are not good. And I'm not sure how the enterprise business that they're doing drives value, particularly to support their team. Now, we asked Pete flat out, how much are you spending? What is, how much are you, what is your explicit
I
cost?
remember.
And he gave them to us. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, you're screwed. You are screwed 9 ways. And he said, no, 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 we got it. We got it because of X, Y, and Z. So I'm
Okay.
still holding on to the token. I think it's going to be cool. They need help with it. I really hope that they reach out to Dopenomics and get their tokenomics set up. A cash is it's the beautiful shining golden egg right now. I do have a problem with it in the fact that the revenue that they're generating, does not equate to almost $1 billion market cap. They're not even close. I mean, it is wildly out of spec. So I'm kind of curious what they're doing behind the scenes, but it's not like Greg's going to come on this show, man. As soon as they come on the podcast, because as soon as they do, I'm going to say, how much are you earning and how much are you spending? Those numbers are going to be wildly out of whack, and I'm going to go, okay, what the fuck? So right now, it's just kind of a speculative guess for me. I do have a large cash position, but dude, I was buying that at
You
18
grew
cents.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
I was buying the shit at 18 cents. All right. It doesn't matter. I'm buying Jackal at 2. I bought Fetch at 6. 6 cents. All right. So my cash position is just fine. And it allows me to do what I do now, which is kind of wildly speculate in some of these crazier ones. But 6 months, 12 months, 18 months from now, these are the plays. But it's gonna fade. It's gonna burn out because now that we have the rails in place, the now we need apps on them, and I'm not seeing an awful lot of those. That's kind of the problem. So, as much as I like DePIN, I'm a huge fan. DePIN is getting cloned. It's showing up at a lot more places, but I'm still not seeing builders build on it, and that's gonna be your money shot. All the way there is what is being built on the DePIN. Now, I know of a couple things personally. I'm not going to share it here because I want to be. I do good by being first guy in, so I know of a couple things that are going on. I'm very excited about them. But That's what's going to actually drive this out. That is what is going to come out of the crypto bubble. We already had the crypto bubble. We're not going to have another one. This all alt season that everybody's wishing for. Bitcoin's at 70 fucking thousand, and these altcoins are absolutely in the shitter. What does it need to do? Do we need $350,000 Bitcoin before you're going to be up 18% on one of your alt tokens? Because if that's what it
Yeah,
takes, you
no,
should buy Bitcoin. I'm just saying. So it's going to be
it's
the products built on the DePIN. I'm taking over your show, brother. I don't mean to.
no,
Carry
no.
on.
You're the expert. I just
I'm
I
expert.
don't
I just
have deep now.
lucky.
I don't have the research hours that you have, and also, like we said before, you come from that industry. You understand the 25 years down the road what the needs are going to be. So
Ugh.
I definitely appreciate it. And you're right. If you don't know what you're doing, and if you're losing 10 out of 11 trades in the current cycle when the all-time highs are being hit by Bitcoin and the overall market cap, maybe just buy Bitcoin and don't check the price every day. I don't know. And I'm that's not investment advice, but that's just like for your own sanity. Like just to confuse retail trade investors. I don't call them investors. I think 99% of tokens you're speculating because you don't really buy equity in a blockchain. I don't think there is an equity token really. But obviously the ETFs, Bitcoin, ETH, those are to me those are completely legitimate investments like anything else right now. But how about this? Look at your streams are empty and here you are. That's fine because I don't bull post and bullshit people when I could all I have to do is look at the charts and say, look, this is what's been happening. I'll just comment on the recent history and then people still get mad. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, and I'm a fucking millionaire, dude. All right. I don't really care if you
Oh,
support the
I'm broke
channel
by
or
the
not,
way.
man. Do you need
I'm
a
I'm a
loan, dude? Do you need me to string you out?
I'm,
Take
I'm a
me out.
teacher. I'm a teacher with two small kids and a teenager. So it's like no matter what Bitcoin goes to, I'm still gonna have this fake background and this cheap desk and this cheap keyboard. But
We
I
gotta
I
upgrade you, bro. Look, man, I'll send you
I
10 grand if you will
no, no,
actually
no.
do
I've been
it.
up. I've been upgraded. I've been using my. I got my Focus right here. I got my Stream Deck not hooked up yet right here. I got my. Oh, I just got to reorganize when my job is finished at the end of this month. I'm gonna have a couple days
Oh,
to.
that's right. You got a summer break coming up, don't you?
Oh yeah, I'm not teaching summer school, man. I sometimes I do it. I tutored the last couple summers. I have no more tutoring customers because SATs are optional now. So
Yeah.
it's I'll have empty streams every day, and I'll be happy with that because I don't really care. Well, I guess why are you
I,
beg? Let's do this.
why?
Let's have fun.
What?
Let's have fun at the end. I'll
Okay.
listen. I'll admit I have four small Cosmos wallets that have a little bit of staked Atom, a little bit of
Oops.
staked. Two of them have a little bit of staked Celestia. Two of them have a little bit of staked Dimension, which is my airdrop. And
Oh
then
God.
I got another wallet that has I don't touch it. It's got my Astrovault. It's got my Jackal. That's like
You're
my
all
ledger.
right. That's a good wallet. The
Yeah,
rest
yeah,
of
yeah.
this is shit.
I
God,
and I
I've
know and
made
I know
such a
that
compelling case against you, dude. You just
I
don't fucking listen.
I know.
Go
Listen,
ahead.
I know that I know it's a shit wallet, but let's do this.
What?
I'll write down a number here, and then I'll let you blurt it out. It There's 6 more months left in the year.
Yep.
Um, I'm gonna write down a number for what I think Bitcoin will finish the year at, and then you tell me your number. So Bitcoin highs for the rest of this year. What's the
Too
high
many
point if we get
variables,
to?
dude. Too many variables. Look, and
Yeah,
you
but
can't
it's
look.
this is
Bitcoin is
crypto. You don't need to make a science out of it. You
no,
just
no, no,
guess.
you do on this case, man, because look, you've invited in the sharks. All right. You the ETFs,
That's
everybody
true.
that was just emotionally and sexually aroused by the ETFs. You invited the sharks, all right, into the kiddie pool. All right. These are people that can make you or break you, buy you and sell you in seconds, and it's not going to bother them at all. At all,
Yeah,
not even a little bit.
they make
You
they make money
invite
no matter what. Yeah,
they're gonna, whether you're bleeding or you're thriving, it doesn't matter. They're gonna make money and they're gonna make more. Period. You invited them in, so now everything that's happening right now, unemployment numbers, ETFs, inflation, everything that's going on right now is gonna affect Bitcoin because you invited in the big players that don't give a fuck about your Bitcoin ethos and your bankless and your private money and all that shit. They don't care about that. They care about percentages. Percentages. And with the amount of volume these guys are talking about, 2 and 3% is staggering amount of money. You invited them into this world. Now, everybody's in a hold right now. Canada just cut rates. The EU just cut rates. Everybody
That's
just cut
big.
rates, and
Yeah.
they're waiting for the US to do it because whether you like it or not, in the financial world, the US is Bitcoin. So everybody's looking at Bitcoin to see Bitcoin, the US, to see if we're going to cut rates. Now, non-farm payroll blew it up today. I know as soon as I say this shit, people are just tune out. Don't care. But non-farm payroll blew it up today because it came in much, much, much better than we would thought it would have. And Bitcoin reacted very, very poorly to it because of one silly
Interest
fucking
rate.
number. And yet
Yeah.
everybody's coming up because we wanted those numbers red, red, red. Because if we do, we think we're going to force the feds, force Powell to make a rate cut because there is almost $600 billion in unrealized losses in the U.S. banking system right now. They have no chance of paying these things off unless we cut rates. So we needed red numbers, red numbers, red numbers, and we didn't get them. Non-farm payroll blew it up, and here we are. Bitcoin falls off 2%, the alt market falls off 10%, and you still think that what played 2 years ago plays now. All right, the entire paradigm has changed. I'm yelling, dude. I don't mean to. I do this on my
This is a
stream. I don't
funny
mean to do
comment.
it.
Scott believes the jobs number is so funny. I was looking at the jobs numbers today because I don't believe, like where I work in New York, there's no way the unemployment's less than 30%.
Oh
There's
God, dude,
no
it's completely
way.
mystery. They blew this up under
Yeah.
during
So
Obama's time. They
that's it.
said
So he's right. So I was looking at the labor force participation rate. And guess what?
what?
The last couple of years of Obama's presidency was the lowest since like 1975.
You bet
So
it was, man. So what they did is they just people who have given up, they just take
yeah,
them completely out of the thing. They just
that's
take them
exactly right.
completely out of the
And it
fact that
hasn't
this
been
has
good
been
since
this way for
2000.
10 yeah, for
Yeah.
10, 15 fucking years, man.
There's
It's
been
been
no
like that forever.
recovery economically from 2007, 2008. It's all been on paper. It's been inflation. Oh, look at the stock market. Look at the stock market. It's like 10 companies in the stock market doing well. But anyway, let's say, do you think we hit the jackal highs for 2024? Do you think that there'll be a revisit by the end of the year?
Jackal?
Give me a
Uh,
number. Or do you think
yeah,
we hit it already?
nah, you haven't even seen them begin to run, man. Look, people are not thinking about this one,
Whew.
right? They're not thinking about Jackal correctly. They never have been. They're not thinking about Jackal, Cash, Kudos, the things that have actual products with CEOs, CTOs, and CFOs that actually understand what explicit value they that actually understand what opportunity cost is. You're treating these like cryptos, and they're not. All right, these
Right.
are products, and every time they make a partnership, they're selling storage. Every time an app comes up, they're selling storage. These guys are that's how they work. So yeah, I mean, if you want to treat it like a meme coin, knock yourself out. You're gonna butt fuck yourself again. It was at 2 cents, and you all passed. You all passed. So
That's
all of a
it's true.
sudden, now the token gets a big run up, like it did about 3 months ago. 95 cents. Everything was up. Osmo was $1.80. Everything was up, and you didn't realize profits because once something is going up, it will forever go up. So you didn't realize any profits. Watched it walk all the way down. Now you're sitting there pounding your feet and slamming the desk, saying, "Well, this thing just sucks." Nothing's changed on it. Nothing has
Yeah,
changed fundamentally,
I
but the
did
price of it.
I did take that ride, but I'm buying. Below even below 70 cents. I'm like 70 cents looks like a nice support and it wasn't. So I just keep buying. I don't care. I could wait years for real products. I don't care. For like shit coins, meme coins, and like these low float jobbies, I want like couple weeks and I want in and out. I don't
Oh
want
yeah,
to
and that's
play
what they're
with those.
designed to be, dude. They're
Yeah.
Amway. All right, get in, get out, make some money. It was fun. Oh, look at me. That's what they're for. That's what they're designed for.
You just tell me a number. I'm gonna write some numbers here. Um, Adam 2024 high. Give me a number.
Adam,
Yeah.
probably right about where it is right now.
Oh shit.
It's not going to fucking change, dude. What? No, Joe. You know what? I'm taking this over now. Tell me why it goes up. No, fuck you. Tell me
Oh,
why it
it's
goes up. Tell me
uh
why it goes to $12,
there's no
$13,
reason.
$14.
I put 18.
18, you were out of your fucking mind. I mean,
It's a
dude,
two-X.
it's not even a 2x. That son of a bitch is going to be sitting right about where it is now, and it's going to take Bitcoin to move it. So if Bitcoin goes to $175,000, sure, Adam might hit 12 if you're lucky. All right, if you're lucky. But it
All right.
still to this very day doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna change my Osmo one then. All right.
Okay.
Give me a number for Osmo.
If it hits a buck, man, I'd be pretty surprised.
Fuck man.
Sorry, dude.
So
What did you
all right.
say?
I changed it from 2 to $1.60.
$1.60. That'd be amazing, dude. I hope so.
Listen, but listen,
Okay, tell me why.
there's no reason. I'm just guessing.
What are you
Uh,
doing here, man?
what's your all right? Astrovault is a tough one. I have
Sure.
no idea. I think I should just keep buying that as well. But I'm very worried about Archway, and I am going to talk with Griffin tomorrow. Nothing recorded. I want to ask some questions, say like, what the hell's going on with
Are you
Archway?
going to put him on the show? Because if you
I
are,
would
I want
love
a
to.
piece. I want a piece of that.
I would love
I
to.
want
Yeah,
to be there. All
because
right. I have more.
Archway.
I think I own more Archway than Griffin does. So yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, dude.
I hope so. Actually, I hope so with the unlocks coming.
Oh God, dude. There's doom in the future, man. Go
I
ahead.
want to know. I want to know if Astrovault launching on different chains is going to insulate them or not from Archway. If Archway does what it might do, which is just have like a 18 to month to 2 year unraveling. But in general, I think most of the tokens that launched like low float, high FTV, if you really like them, and I don't think Archway is really in that category,
They're
but
unique.
they did sell tokens at 200 million market cap at the bottom of the Cosmos bear market. So that's not nothing.
Yep.
That was the valuation, right?
Sure.
And now the valuation's a lot less. Um, you'll be able to get all these low float, high FDV tokens in about 2.5 years, probably for under 50 million FDV, because they're gonna just they're gonna disappear. I don't even see anything about Celestia on my timeline anymore. For a
Nah, dude.
year,
You know what?
all I saw
Remember
was
the little potion. Remember the ninja vanish. That's what. That's what they all did, dude. It was hot. We were all emotionally erect, and then the price started going down. Then people started talking. Then people stopped caring, and that ninja vanish, man. That's it. Welcome to crypto.